Watches the first one go by for a ball, 1-0. Noah comes set and delivers the 1-0. Well outside. He falls behind the count 2-0. The 2-0 swung on, belting grounder over to third, and Ben Challey just misses it. That's going to go down as an E5. Ben Challey over at third, I guess, took his time on it. He thought that it was going to be an easy out. And when he throws his glove down, he just missed it. It went straight to the right of the glove. He put it down. In fact, the glove hits the dirt. He just misjudged where the ball was. It didn't take any funky bounces. He just flat out missed it. And so with that, it puts a base runner on for the Growlers and Nick Hutchins, the catcher. Ivana Strayer comes set. 1-0 pitch swung on, fouled away right side. Evens up the count, 1-1. Noah comes set, the 1-1 pitch, breaking ball outside for a ball. 2-1. So Estrella comes set. I was talking about Brad Hamilton. He's out in left field right now for the Bullfrogs. 2-1 pitches outside. Zach Plunkett's going to go up to the mound and talk with his Arkansas teammate about something. In fact, his dad is actually the voice of the Cleveland Indians. I should have went for my gut. He's been the play-by-play broadcaster for the Indians for some time now. I don't spot him out on the mound, or rather out in the stands currently. But he's here somewhere. The 3-1 offering swung on, fly ball left field. Hamilton's tracking back to the warning track, and it's off the warning track. Rounding third is the runner that was at first, and he's going to come in to score. And that will be a double for Ivan Estrella. Nick Hutchins will come all the way around to score from first. And the Growlers have the first lead of the game off of their first hit. They lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the second after a very well-hit ball for Ivan Estrella. That thing was flying. I thought it might get out of the stadium, rather. First pitch that the new batter Andrew Huff sees is swung on and fouled away right side. 0-1. Noah Miller on the mound. Comes set and delivers the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball to Hart at second. And he drops it, throws it to first. It's not in time. It gets away from Alex Pinner. And it goes into the dugout, and that'll be a free base for both runners on. And so that'll score a run for the Growlers. Things falling apart early here in the bottom of the second for the Bullfrogs. 2 errors already up on the board. Ben Hart had a ground ball hit straight to him. He can't field it cleanly. It bounces up in his chest. He kind of bobbles it around and then throws it to first to try to beat out the runner that was probably going to get there in time no matter what. But the throw wasn't on target either. So 2 errors up on the board already here in the first. That one hit directly to Alex Pinner over at first. He'll run over and stomp his foot on the bag for the first out, but it will move Estrella from second to third. Or rather, no, Estrella has come around to score after the E4. And so that'll take Andrew Huff over to third. Bryn Martinez, the shortstop, up to bat now for No, rather Jake Gleason up to bat now, the designated hitter. Bryn Martinez, of course, just grounded out directly to the first baseman, Alex Pinner. So Gleason stands in, the designated hitter on the day, behind in the count 0-2. Swings at the 0-2 pitch. Flying ball into right field. Bino's going to grab it, and he's going to throw it home. The play at the plate is not in time. Zach Plunkett nearly gets the ball, the glove back there to make the play. As the throw from Bino's on target, just not quite enough oomph on it, and it scores a run for the Growlers. They put 3 up on the board here in the bottom of the second, and they still got some work to do as there's just 1 out up on, or rather 2 outs up on the board now. Now, first one that the new batter, Ryan Mergner, sees is high, 1-0. 1-0 offering. Finds the outside corner, 1-1. One pitch swung on, fly ball into left center field. Troy Johnston doesn't read it very well, but he makes up for it, makes the quick adjustment, and grabs it at his hips for the third out. But not before the Kalamazoo Growlers plate 3 runs. They lead here 3-0 after 2. You're listening to 107.1 WOCO, the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dahl, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, about to get underway with the top of the third inning. Due up for your Bullfrogs are Zach Plunkett, Trent Bauer, and Ben Challey. Zach Plunkett last night, of course, would come in and score the go-ahead run in the top of the 14th inning off of the sacrifice fly from Aaron Pleschner. He got on base because he laid down one of the best bunts I've ever seen down the third base line. He beat out the throw just barely. But it was a well-placed bunt. Caught the defense off guard. And third baseman at the time, Estrella didn't know what to do about it. Couldn't get there. He was on his heels, and Plunkett got over to first in time. He'd be moved over a base, and then a wild pitch would put him at third, and then the sacrifice fly was all that the Bullfrogs needed to take the lead and eventually take the win. So he'll dig in. Blaine Fisher still on the mound for this Growlers team. First pitch Plunkett sees, finds the outside corner, 0-1. Fisher comes in the game. This is just his second start on the year. His last start pitched 5 innings, allowed 10 hits and just 1 earned run, would walk just 1, and toss 6 strikeouts along the way. 0-1 offering comes by for a strike. Plunkett behind now, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch outside for a ball, 1-2. Zach Plunkett, the Texas Christian University transfer. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3, the first strikeout of the day for Fisher. That'll bring up Trent Bauer, the designated hitter. Trent Bauer, of course, the hometown boy for the Bullfrogs. Grew up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, played his high school baseball in Joe Annie Stadium. First pitch he sees, swings at it, chops one back to the pitcher Fisher. The toss over to first is in time for the second out. Trent Bauer still looking for his first hit in a Bullfrogs uniform. Granted, this is just his 4th game played, but he just can't get on base. He's been walked once, however. That'll bring up Ben Shalley, the third baseman, the leadoff hitter. First pitch he sees, breaking ball outside, 0-1. Ben Shalley, the third baseman on the day, batted .360 this past year at Daytona State College. Watches the 0-1 go by inside, 1-1. However, he has struggled here in Green Bay, batting just .172. Has 5 hits to his name and has been walked 3 times. 1-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball to the third baseman Estrella. He fields it cleanly, throws it over to Huff at first, and gets the third out. The Bullfrogs go down. This one's not going just as well as the win yesterday for the Frogs, but it's still early. We'll come back with the bottom of the third inning. You're listening to 107.1 WOCO, the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Have you discovered the privileges of membership? NEW Credit Union is a full-service, member-owned financial cooperative, where many of the services are low-cost or no-cost. NEW Credit Union offers a full range of financial management products, including savings, share draft checking, consumer, auto, recreational vehicle, and home loans, as well as financial counseling resources. Offices are located at 301 Jackson Street, O'Connell Falls, 405 Pecourt Street, O'Connell, and 717 East Main Street, Surrey. Online at newcu.org. We also have easy member account access with your smartphone through our mobile money app. NEW Credit Union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration and is an equal housing opportunity lender, serving all who live or work in Brown, Marinette, Oconto, and Shawano counties. Members matter most at NEW Credit Union, where we can help you own it.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. We're about to get on with the bottom of the third inning, and Jeff Rydell up to bat for the Growlers. Hot shot grounder straight to the third baseman, Ben Shalley, and he doesn't record an error on that one. It was a nice play. They call it the hot corner for a reason. That thing got to him quick, but he's able to block it in front of him, pick it up, and throw it over to Pinner at first for the first out. Jeff Rydell goes down. That'll bring up Matt Kohler, the center fielder. Flew out to the shortstop, Kleschner, his last time out. The 0-1 offering outside for a ball evens it up 1-1. As mentioned, the first time this year that we've seen the two Arkansas players pitch and catch against each other. We'll see if they can get some chemistry going. The 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1. Bullfrogs look forward to going back home tomorrow. They've been on a 4-game road trip, and what will be their 11th game of the season tomorrow against Lakeshore, as the 2-1 pitch goes by for a ball, 3-1. 8 of those games would be on the road. Their first 10 games, 8 of them. That's right, 8. 2 4-game road trips. And they're excited to go back and sleep in their own beds. The payoff pitch outside for ball 4. And Matt Kohler will get on base for the first time tonight. That'll bring up Jason Sullivan, the second baseman. Sullivan grounded out to the shortstop his last time up. And as mentioned, currently the hit king in the Northwest League. But after their trip back home against Lakeshore tomorrow, which of course is on the 9th, single game tickets still on sale. You can buy them if you do feel the need to do so, rather. Sullivan stands in, runner off from first. The throw to second in plenty of time. Wow. What a throw from Zach Plunkett. By far the best defensive catcher on this lineup for the Bullfrogs. He's got a rocket of an arm. He claims that he can pitch close to a 92-mile-per-hour fastball. I don't believe him. New batter up, or rather, Jason Sullivan squares in, swings at the 1-0 pitch, and fouls it, or rather, hits a pop fly up into right field. Kyle Bino's underneath of it to make the squeeze for the third out. That'll do it after 3 innings. The Bullfrogs trail the Growlers here early, 3-0. Stay tuned for the fourth. You're listening to 107.1, the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. My name is Dylan Knight, voice of the Green Bay Bullfrogs, about to get underway with the top of the fourth inning. Thanks for tuning in to 107.1 WOCO. It'll still be Blaine Fisher out on the mound, the left-handed pitcher for the Growlers. Due up for the Green Bay Bullfrogs is Aaron Pleshner, Troy Johnston, and Kyle Bino. So the San Jose State product will set in. Blaine Fisher on the bump tonight gets the nod for the Growlers out of Pittsburgh State University. Pleshner swings at the first pitch he sees, and line one's out into right field for a base hit. It's the third base hit of the day for the Frogs. That'll bring up Troy Johnston, the center fielder. His last time up, hit into a double play. Pleshner takes the lead from first. Johnston stands in, swings at the first pitch he sees, fouls it away up and out of the stadium. 0-1. Fisher out of Kansas, grew up in Olathe, I would say you'd probably pronounce it. Olathe, Kansas, left-hander. Just finished up his junior season. As mentioned, pitched in the 3-6 loss against Battle Creek. Pitched 5 innings and would allow just 1 earned run. The 1 offering is outside for a ball, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. Just got a piece of it. It looks like. Moves it to 1-2. Troy Johnston out of Gonzaga University this past season for the Bulldogs batted over 300 in his freshman season, where he saw some solid playing time, had 17 RBIs on the year and 3 home runs. Of course, hit one last night here at Homer Stryker Field. The 1-2 offering runs high, 2-2. Last night I gave him a hard time that I didn't think he had it in him. Troy Johnston, not the biggest of guys, 5'11", 180. And he said, "No, man, I'm not small. I got some pop to me." And sure he did. Belted one over the right field wall. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 3. Full count now to Johnston. Gonzaga, of course, had a very good season. Just missed out on the NCAA tournament, as they decided to only bring one team in. 3-2 pitch swung on. It's a high pop-up into shallow right field. Second baseman Jason Sullivan gets underneath of it and grabs it for the first out. Pleshner will scamper back to first. But Gonzaga, of course, with over 30 wins on the year, had a great season, but only one team from the West Coast Conference would go on to play, or rather 2 teams would go on to play in the NCAA tournament. Those teams, of course, being BYU and Cal State Fullerton. Runner off from first and Pleshner. The throw to second, not in time. Aaron Pleshner slides in safely. The first stolen base of the day for Aaron Pleshner. He's up to 7 stolen bases on the year. A number that is good for 4th best in the Northwoods League. Kyle Beno stands in now for the Bullfrogs. Watch the first one go by for a strike. 1 out up on the board. Base hit could score the runner in Pleshner. Pleshner takes off for third, and he slides in safely. Another stolen base for the San Jose State product. Now ties himself for 3rd best in the league in stolen bases, with 8 on the season. And just like that, a run 90 feet away. The 1-1. Swung on, fouled up and away right side. And the fan will grab a souvenir. 1-2 count now, 1 out on the board. Beno, who started off the year playing phenomenally, batting over 350 for much of the early season, kind of finds himself in a slump. Batting 250 coming into the 9th, with 7 hits on the year. He stands in, lefty versus righty matchup. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded up the middle of the field, back to the pitcher. And Fisher, a nice leaping grab at it. Probably the worst thing that could have happened there for the Bullfrogs, as now there's 2 outs up on the board. If that goes really anywhere, that might score the speedy Pleshner. But a nice defensive play from the pitcher, Blaine Fisher, and a throw over to first after he stares down Pleshner at third. Puts 2 outs up on the board. That'll bring up Brad Hamilton, who's batting over 500 on the year. Watches the first one go by for a strike, 0-1. Hamilton got a base hit in the second. Hamilton comes set. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on. Fly ball into right field. Tracking back is Rydell, and he squeezes it for the 3rd out. Fisher strands 1 at 3rd after Aaron Pleshner gets all the way over there, stealing 2 bases. That'll do it for the top of the 4th inning. You're listening to 107.1 WOCO.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dolan, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dolan and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dolan and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dolan at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and welcome back to Homer Stryker Field here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Green Bay Bullfrogs, about to get underway with the bottom of the fourth inning. The Bullfrogs trail 3-0 here early. Noah Miller still out on the bump for the Frogs after the Bullfrogs put 2 errors up on the board. The Growlers with just 1 hit on the night, but some shaky defensive play results in some runs for the Growlers. Due up for the Kalamazoo Growlers will be number 30, Nick Hutchings, Ivan Estrella, and Andrew Huff. Hutchings would come around to score, Estrella would come around to score, and so would Huff. So these are the guys that got it done last inning, or rather 2 innings ago. Swings at the first pitch he sees, line drive left side, over towards the bullpen for the Frogs. 1-1. It's supposed to be a nice night for baseball as well. We don't have to worry about any weather here tonight. 1-1 pitch, swung and missed, 1-2. Temperature is supposed to reach about 66 towards the 9th inning. It's a nice, cool night for some baseball. You don't have to worry about the weather. That's always nice. The 1-1 offering outside. He moves it up 2 balls, 2 strikes here. No outs on the board, nobody on. Only 1 run would come across earned against Noah Miller. The 1-1 pitch swung on, ground ball to Pleshner at shortstop. The throw to first is in time. A nice play from the California boy. Aaron Pleshner, of course, out of Redwood City, California. This past season for the Spartans, fielded pretty well. Just a few errors throughout the entire season at shortstop, where he started every single game there. He started most games as a freshman as well and led the team in RBIs back in 2016. So a talented ball player. Your batter up is Ivan Estrella, takes a big swing at the first pitch he sees, but fouls it back into the backstop. 0-1. No one pitch, swung on, fouled away right side. Another fan will grab a souvenir. A little bit of crowd than last night here on Thursday evening. The 0-2 offering swung on, fouled back into the dugout rather for the Bullfrogs. 0-2 count here, went out on the board. Miller on the mound, still steps back in, delivers. The 0-2 is outside, 1-2. Noah Miller out of Van Buren, Arkansas. Redshirted this past season for Arkansas University, so no college stats yet. 1-2 pitch is outside for a ball, 2-2. Miller stares down his catcher, comes set and delivers. 2-2 pitch swung on. It's a high pop-up in the infield. Zach Plunkett's going to get underneath of it and make the grab for the second out, tossing his helmet all during the same play. 2 outs on the board. That'll bring up Andrew Huff, the first baseman. Huff would reach on an error against Ben Hart and would eventually come around to score off of a Jake Gleason sacrifice fly. So 2 outs on the board here, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th inning, Bullfrogs trail 3-0. First pitch that Huff sees finds the strike zone 0-1. Miller already facing 14 batters on the short evening. 1-0 offering. Fastball, rather change of speech pitch. Finds the strike zone as well. 0-2 count now. 2 outs on the board. The 0-2 offering. Just outside, 1-2. Noah Miller, back in high school, was an all-conference pitcher. His brother Drew played college basketball at Rhodes University. That one a high pop-up left side, just beyond the dirt pass out and out in the outfield, and Aaron Pleschner gets underneath of it, just to the left of the foul line there on the third base.
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Did you know that we here at the O'Connell Pharmacy would mail your prescriptions to you? At the O'Connell Pharmacy, we would like to make things easy for you. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. My name is Nolan Knight. About to get underway with the top of the 5th inning. Alex Pinner up to bat, swings at the first pitch he sees. A high fly ball out into left field, and making the grab is Ryan Mergner just in front of the warning track. Pinner gets a lot of it, but just not enough. It was a good swing. And it's the first out up on the board for the Frogs. That'll bring up the new batter, Ben Hart, for the Bullfrogs. Ben Hart hit into a double play his last time up. Ben Hart, the second baseman on the day out of Oakland University. Oakland this past season kind of struggled. Just 14 wins on the season. But Ben Hart started throughout the season at second base for the Golden Grizzlies. The 2-0 pitch is swung on, ground ball to Martinez at shortstop to throw to first in time. Martinez, I should say. 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. That'll bring up Zach Plunkett, the catcher. Plunkett coming out of Arkansas University. Sent out this past season due to NCAA restrictions on transfer. And they transferred out of TCU. Played for that College World Series team, in fact. First pitch he sees, outside for a ball, 1-0. It's a pretty intimidating guy, I gotta say. Kind of mean mugs around. But then when you hear him on the bus with all of his teammates, he's probably the biggest jokester. The 1-0 pitch swung on. It's a pop-up right side. Foul territory in the stands. 1-1. Zach Plunkett trying to get into a groove here in the Northwoods League. This is the 10th game of the season. And Plunkett with just 4 hits on the year. Watches the 1-1 pitch go outside. 2-1. He does have a home run to his name, but I kind of feel like you got to put an asterisk next to it, as it was actually a ground rule double. It bounces off the warning track and goes over the wall, but the umpire doesn't see it. 2-1 pitch outside for ball 3. Plunkett gets ahead in the count 3-1. He's been able to get on base his fair share 5 times, in fact. Struck out 7, however. 3-1 pitch runs outside for ball 4, and Plunkett gets on base for the first time on the evening. Trent Bauer up now for the Bullfrogs, still looking for his first hit in a Frogs uniform. In 9 plate appearances, he has 4 strikeouts. The Green Bay, Wisconsin native stands in. 2 outs on the board, Plunkett at first. First one goes by for a ball, runs high and outside, 1-0. There's a little bit of wind here in Kalamazoo. I'd call it more of a breeze, probably, from right to left field. By no means is it whipping or gusting, so it shouldn't affect too many balls. The 1-0 offering. Swung on, foul ball into right center field, tracking back to the center fielder and right fielder. Will it drop? It will. It's Trent Bauer's first hit on the day. They're sending Plunkett home. They're sending Bauer to third. The throw to third's not in time, but the run will count. Plunkett will come around to score off an RBI double from Trent Bauer, and the Bullfrogs get on the board 3-1 here. That'll do it for the top of the 5th inning. Bullfrogs get a run across. They now trail by just 2. An impressive hit from Trent Bauer, but he's caught out trying to turn a double into a triple. That'll do it for the top of the 5th inning. We're going to move to the bottom of the 5th after this. You're listening to 107.1 WOCO.
Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast. Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams. But not to kick, right? We'll see.
It's Cellcom's Customer Appreciation Celebrations. Get smartphones from the top 2 brands for just $0.01 each, along with food prizes and sales on accessories. Cellcom, built for you. Available day limit only. New 2-year activation qualified upgrade required. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/celebrate for details.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. My name's Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. Bullfrogs get on the board off of a Trent Bauer RBI double, which scores Zach Plunkett. He would get caught turning a double into a triple, however, and it would end the inning. However, it's enough to get the Frogs on the board and give them some life here. In the bottom of the 5th inning, Noah Miller will stay on the mound for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Due up for the Growlers will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters. It'll be Bryn Martinez to start things off here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch goes by for a ball, 1-0. Noah deals the 1-0 pitch, swung on a high fly ball into left field. Underneath of it is Brad Hamilton, and he squeezes it for his first out. The Bullfrogs had some trouble seeing the balls off of the bats last night. Troy Johnston got fooled by one, maybe even two. Brad Hamilton was fooled by a pitch as well. Kyle Bino out in right field, or rather Mayberry last night in right field, got kind of fooled by one. They said on the bus that they had trouble seeing the ball off the bat because of the lights. Nonetheless, the new batter up is Jake Gleason. Watches the first one go by for a strike. The 0-1 offering's inside for a ball. 1-1, one out on the board here. Nobody on. Bottom of the fifth inning. Bullfrogs trail by 2. 1-1. That's something that I'm afraid I might keep doing this year. I apologize for it. There's not too many teams named the Bullfrogs throughout baseball. And then, cut me some slack here. Bulldogs is probably the most common sports name of anyone. The only other one I could probably think of would be the Wildcats. Nonetheless, the 2-1 pitch was fouled off right side. The 2-2 offering swung on and missed. Strike 3. The second out up on the board. Gleason takes it with a grain of salt, however, as he kind of misses and his weight carries him towards the dugout of the Growlers, so he jogs off the field instead of walking as you would normally see a batter do. Nonetheless, that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter Ryan Merchner, the left fielder, as Noah Miller has his first strikeout of the night. The first pitch that Merchner sees is inside for a ball, 1-0. Miller drops back and delivers the 1-0 pitch. It's swung on a sky-high pop-up behind the plate. Plunkett throws his mask, gets underneath of it, and grabs it for the third out. Noah Miller puts them down in order and grabs a strikeout along the way as well. That'll do it for the 5th inning. We're going to move to the 6th. The Bullfrogs trail by 2. You're listening to 107.1 WOCO.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin. Every Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brewpub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in Wisconsin is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, it just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. My name's Nolan Knight, about to get underway with the top of the 6th inning. The Bullfrogs with a little bit of life after Noah Miller puts them down in order and grabs a K along the way. Due up for your Green Bay Bullfrogs is Ben Challey, the leadoff hitter. Swings at the first pitch he sees, line drive left field, and it's off the wall. Challey will get to second standing up, and it's a leadoff double to start the 6th inning. Ben Challey swings at the first pitch he sees and belts one out there. It's a screamer off the bat, and I thought it might get out of the stands. And it hits the Borges Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic right square in the middle of the sign out in left field. And so the Bullfrogs trying to get back into this one. The tying run now at the plate in Aaron Pleschner. Ben Challey takes the lead from second. Fisher still on the mound here in the 6th. Pleschner shows bunt. It's inside. Finds the strike zone. Pleschner pulled it away, but it doesn't matter. 0-1. Fisher checks Challey at second. Comes home with the 0-1 pitch. It's a ball, 1-1. So 1-1 count here, no outs on the board. Runner in scoring position at second in Ben Challey. Top of the 6th inning. Fisher checks Challey at second, looks back home. Looks at him again and delivers the 1-1. Swung on. It's a little chopper left side. The throw to first gets the runner in Pleshner, but it is enough to get Challey over to third. And so the Bullfrogs with an opportunity here now to get another run across and chip away at this Growlers lead. Of course, if you weren't tuned in to last night's game, the Bullfrogs come away with the 4-3 victory in the 14th inning. A game that would last all the way until close to midnight here. The new batter is Troy Johnston. He swings at the first pitch he sees. It's a fly ball into shallow center. They're going to send Challey from third. No, they're not actually. As a nice throw from Matt Kohler. Leaves Challey standing over at third now. Johnston just doesn't get enough of it for the sacrifice fly. The Bullfrogs have already left a runner stranded at third one time tonight. The Growlers looking to do it again. That'll bring up Kyle Binyo, the right fielder, 0 for 2 on the night. Binyo stands in, lefty versus righty here. The first pitch he sees is a breaking ball outside, 1-0. Likely the last inning out on the mound for Fisher here as his pitch count total rises. The 1-0 pitch inside for a ball, 2-0 now. 2 outs on the board. Challey over at third. Bullfrogs looking to chip away at this lead. They trail by 2, 3-1 here in the top of the 6th. The Youngstown State product stands in. The 0-2 pitch, breaking balls outside. Kyle Binyo gets ahead in the count, 3-0. It's the last day for these temporary players to show what they have here in the Northwoods League, as the 10 days is up after tonight. 3-0 pitch is outside for ball 4. 4 pitches from Fisher, 4 balls, and Kyle Binyo gets on base for the first time tonight. Kyle Binyo, one of those temporary players. Ben Challey over at first, or rather over at third, one of those temporary players. And of course, Trent Bauer finds himself in the lineup. He's a temp guy as well. So their last chances to prove what they have here, to try to get picked up by another team or stay in Green Bay. Brad Hamilton, the team's leading batter, stands in with 2 runners on with 2 outs on the board. Swings at the first pitch he sees. It's a fly ball left side, deep over there. In fact, it leaves the entire stands, it looks like. It goes over the fence behind the beer deck in left field. He's a little later on that one. That one is going to be a no-doubter for the Kent State Golden Flash. His brother played for that Kent State College World Series team back in 2015. Brad stands in for the 0-1. The offering swung on. It's a grounder to the shortstop Martinez, and it gets past him. That'll score a run for the Bullfrogs. They chip away at that lead now. 2 runners on after Hamilton gets on base. That's a tough play for Martinez to make over there at shortstop. Hamilton might beat out the throw even if Martinez is able to scoop it up. So a base hit for Brad Hamilton, and the runners take their leads. Alex Pinner stands in now for the Bullfrogs. First pitch he sees is in the dirt, 1-0. Hamilton with his second base hit of the night. He's 2 for 3. And the Bullfrogs trying to tie things up here, 2 runners on. Alex Pinner looking for a base hit. He's been dry recently. The 1-0 pitch swung on, fouled back into the backstop, evens it up 1-1. Pinner comes into the game today for the Frogs at the bottom of the batting list, batting just .083 after going 2 for 3 on opening night and being the player of the game. Fisher checks the runner at second, comes home with the 1-1. It's outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs on the board, 2 runners on. Ben Hart stands on deck for the Frogs. Alex Pinner out of Scottsdale Community College, which is all the way out in Arizona, the recent transfer to Mississippi State. Fisher steps off with a rubber. Runners go back. Nobody was covering either base. No harm done. So runners take their leads here at the 2-1 count. Pinner stands in. Fisher checks the runners at first and second. 2-1 pitch swung on. Fly ball out into left field. Getting underneath of it is Ryan Merchner, and he's going to make this squeeze for the third out. That's the second time tonight that Pinner's flown out there to left field. And that'll do it for the 6th inning. The Bullfrogs get 1 run across, but leave 2 stranded. We're going to move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bullfrogs trail by just 1 run. It's 3-2. Stay tuned. You're listening to 107.1 WOCO, the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Have you discovered the privileges of membership? NEW Credit Union is a full-service, member-owned financial cooperative, where many of the services are low-cost or no-cost. NEW Credit Union offers a full range of financial management products, including savings, share draft checking, consumer, auto, recreational vehicle, and home loans, as well as financial counseling resources. Offices are located at 301 Jackson Street, O'Connell Falls, 405 Pecourt Street, O'Connell, and 717 East Main Street, Surrey. Online at newcu.org. We also have easy member account access with your smartphone through our mobile money app. NEW Credit Union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration and is an equal housing opportunity lender, serving all who live or work in Brown, Marinette, O'Connell, and Shawano counties. Members matter most at NEW Credit Union, where we can help you own it.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. The Bullfrogs put another one across, and they chip away at this lead of the Growlers. The Growlers got on the board in the bottom of the 3rd inning with 3 runs. And the Bullfrogs would answer with 1 in the top of the 5th and then 1 just in the past inning, the top of the 6th. It was an RBI single from Brad Hamilton. The 0-1 offering outside for a ball for the new batter, Rydell. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch swung on, fly ball into right center field. Tracking back is Troy Johnston. He gets underneath of it and makes the grab for the first out. That'll bring up the center fielder, Matt Kohler. Kohler, so far on the night, his last time up would be walked. Swings at the first pitch he sees. It's a ground ball over to Alex Pinner at first. He tries to make the barehanded grab at it. The backhanded grab at it. And it just hits him square in the middle of the glove, but he can't squeeze it. And it falls to the dirt. He turns around and tries to underhand toss it to Noah Miller on the mound still for the Bullfrogs. But it's not in time. And so a base hit on the board for Matt Kohler. It's his first of the night. He stands over at first. That'll bring up Jason Sullivan, the second baseman. Jason Sullivan leading the Northwoods League in batting average. Stands in. The righty. First pitch he sees is a breaking ball outside. 1-0. Jason Sullivan leading Northwoods League in batting average. Stands in. 1-0 count here. Noah's still on the mound for the Frogs. Go back to first. The runner in Kohler back safely. Jason Sullivan out of Central Michigan, of course, teammates with Grant Frazier. The 1-0 pitch runs high, 2-0. This past season for Central Michigan, Sullivan had a pretty good year. Batted .288, had 47 RBIs, would steal 5 bases, and send 3 out of the park. Just finished up this sophomore year. Back during his freshman campaign, played a lot. Was one of the regular starters for the Chippewas. Would steal 8 bases and bat .244. He's ahead in the count 3-0. The 3-0 offering finds the outside corner. 3-1 now with 1 out on the board. And Matt Kohler over at first. The 3-1 pitch, runner off from first. Swung on, it's a high pop-up behind the plate. Zach Plunkett at the fence, can't make the grab. As the backstop just isn't quite far enough back. As it lands just 3 yards or so behind the plate. Or rather, beyond the fence. And a youngster will grab it for the souvenir. So 3 balls here, 2 strikes, 1 out up on the board, runner at first. Sullivan, the bat king in the league, stands in. Swings at the payoff pitch, it's a fly ball out into center field. And Troy Johnston grabs the line drive for the second out. 2 down here. In the bottom of the 6th, the Bullfrogs trail by 1, 3-2. It's came off of 2 errors off of the Frogs. As Noah Miller has just let 1 earned run come across. The Bullfrogs have had their bats hot. They have 6 hits on the night. Throw back to first. Kohler back safely. So Jason Sullivan having a rare 0-for-3 night here so far. Nick Hutchings, the catcher, up to bat now. Hutchings, that interesting story from last year, just finished up his junior year at Southern Illinois, but had the highest batting average of any other catcher in the Northwoods League. Swings at the 1-0 pitch. It's a fly ball into right center field. Running to his left is Troy Johnston. He's been busy tonight. Gets underneath of the ball and squeezes it for the 3rd out. The Bullfrogs leave 1 stranded. That'll do it for the 6th inning. We're going to move to the 7th here. Bullfrogs looking to tie this one up. They put 1 run up in the 5th and the 6th. Can they do it in the 7th? Stay tuned. You're listening to 107.1 WOCO, the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
American Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Here at Homer Stryker Field, my name's Noah Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, about to get underway with the top of the 7th inning, and your Green Bay Bullfrogs trail by 1, 3-2. They're looking to tie things up here as they have had 2 solid past innings. They put 1 run up in the top of the 5th and then 1 in the 6th as well, coming off of a Ben Hart RBI and a Brad Hamilton RBI. Due up for the Bullfrogs is Ben Hart. the second baseman. Hart, his last time up in the 6th, would ground out to the shortstop. Excuse me, no, it came off of a Trent Bauer RBI, and of course, the last one, the Brad Hamilton RBI. Give me a break. Last night was a long night, to say the least. You gotta cut me some slack, folks. That game would go all the way to 12 a.m. here in Eastern Standard Time. In a game that was 14 innings long, 4.5 hours. Can you imagine how much my vocal cords hated me last night? Nonetheless, about to get on our way with the top of the 7th. Ben Hart digs in for the Bullfrogs. Watches the first one go by for a strike. 0-1, he falls behind. The 0-1 pitch finds the outside corner. 0-2. I haven't shared this story throughout the road trip because I figured I'd give him some slack. But Ben Hart missed the bus out here. 0-2 pitch swung on. It's a blooper in the infield to the shortstop, Brian Martinez. He catches it on the fly for the first out. But he was able to make his way out here to Michigan, Battle Creek and Kalamazoo, which just sit 30 minutes apart from each other. I think one of the cooler things about this schedule is just how the schedule really works out for the teams that come out here to Michigan, normally playing both teams out here to make it a trip instead of having to go 7 hours back and forth 2 days after another. Rather, it's a 4-game homestand normally. And so right now out here, it's the Kenosha Kingfish and the Green Bay Bullfrogs. The 1-0 pitch to the new batter, Zach Plunkett, is outside for a ball. He gets ahead in the count 2-0. After the Ben Hart line out to the shortstop. The 2-0 pitch swung on and missed. A big swing from Plunkett. 2-1, 1 out on the board. And so whenever you play one team, you play the other. So there's always 4 teams over out on this side of the country for a stand. The 2-1 pitch, fly ball right field. Jeff Rydell gets underneath of it and grabs the second out. So this inning not going quite as the past 2 have for the Bullfrogs. Bullfrogs have 6 hits on the night compared to the Growlers 2, as this game has moved along here. Top of the 7th inning, 2 outs on the board. Bullfrogs trail 3-2. Trent Bauer stands in. He managed a RBI double in the 5th to put a run up on the board and start to chip away at this Growlers lead. Watches the first one go by for a strike. 0-1. 0-1 count here, 2 outs on the board. Bauer stands in, the left-handed batter versus the left-handed pitcher. Fisher deals the 0-1 pitch, finds the strike zone. 0-2. I spoke too soon. I said that Fisher's night was likely over. But here he is, the Pittsburgh State University product. He's ahead in the count as well, 0-2. The offering to Bauer. Well inside, that hits Bauer. Looks like he's all right. He throws his back, does a little crew hop step in, and runs over to first. That's his second time he's been on base tonight. I've been rooting for Bauer. He's the hometown guy, as all of you are familiar with, that of Green Bay East High School. It was a goal of his to play for the Bullfrogs, and sure enough, he finds himself on the roster. He's out of Ellsworth Community College, looking to earn his spot on a Division I program, or a four-year school for that matter. New batter up for the Bullfrogs is the leadoff man, Ben Challey, the third baseman. He belted a double his last time up, then would come around to score off of an RBI single from Brad Hamilton. Bauer takes his lead over at first. He gets back safely. Bauer having a good night. Second time out on the base pass now for the Bullfrogs in his last game as a temporary player. We'll see if he gets signed for the full contract or not. Gets his first hit on the season tonight as well. The 1-0 pitch to Challey is high and outside for a ball. 2-0 now. 2 outs on the board. Bullfrogs, if they can string together a couple hits here, could tie it as they lead by one, trail by 1. 2-0 pitch, swung on, popped up behind home plate here. And it falls in foul territory. 2-1. And another fan will go home with a souvenir. As mentioned, a solid crowd here tonight. A lot of children out in the stands, which is ironic because of the promotion tonight. Of course, is Thirsty Thursday, half off Miller Lights. The 2-1 pitch, well inside, gets away from the catcher. Trent Bauer will advance a base over to second. Challey could have stood in there and let it hit his feet for the hit by pitch. It would have been the second in the row. But he shuffles back. It just misses him. Escapes back to the backstop. And Challey stands back in with a 3-1 count. 2 outs on the board. Bauer takes the lead from second now. He's in scoring position. The 3-1 offering. Swung on. Belting line drive out in the left field. Foul. A nice hit from Challey. It goes over the Miller Lite party deck out there on the left side of the field. Over the heads of everybody out there. Got a lot of it. Again, just a little early. That's the second time we've seen that here. Brad Hamilton belted one out there as well. But a full count here, 2 outs on the board. A base hit could score Bauer here and tie things up. The payoff pitch swung on. Fouled away right side, foul territory, just to the right of the home plate club seating here. What I harped on a lot last night. I think some of the best club seating in all of the Northwoods, or at least on the south side of the division. There's a lot of seating. You get a good view as they're come up the grandstands. 3-2 pitch swung on and fouled away left side over towards the bullpen of the Frogs. We'll redo the payoff pitch here. Challey finding the pitches, fouling them off. Twice now, he's been just a little early. That one would have been an easy single and probably would have scored Bauer if it stays in play. The tying run at second here, 2 outs on the board. Fisher stands in his 7th inning out on the mound. The payoff pitch, outside for ball 4. Bullfrogs stay alive here. They've been working with 2 outs ever since Bauer got hit by a pitch. And now 2 straight walks now, and they're going to look down to their bullpen here. And they're going to come out and talk with Fisher. There has been a right-handed pitcher warming up out there. For the Frogs, they haven't had anyone warming up yet. Looks like they're going to stick with Noah Miller out there. They're going to call in the infield as well. They haven't given the nod to the bullpen yet. So they'll likely finish with Fisher here unless he lets up a run. Aaron Pleschner due up for the Bullfrogs, the San Jose State products. Last night for the Bullfrogs, managed a base hit and would steal 2 bases in the 8th, which at the time looked like the Bullfrogs might be able to get some more runs across, but they're left stranded off of some good pitching from the Growlers. And a night which saw 12 different pitchers have their time on the mound. 6 from each team apiece. Stodola would get the win last night for the Frogs. And Holloway would get the loss for the Growlers. So Aaron Pleschner stands in. Lefty versus righty matchup here. Throws his lumber around and stands in. First pitch he sees. Runs inside for a ball. 1-0. Aaron Pleschner 1 for 2 on the night, with 2 stolen bases. Stole his way all the way to third in the 4th inning before being stranded. The 1-0 offering. Swung on, Line drive into right field, and that's a base hit. They're going to send Bauer home. The throw to the plate. Not in time. The Bullfrogs tie it up. The throw gets away from the catcher as well as it hits him right in the middle of the mid, and then he goes to throw the glove back to try to place the tag on Bauer, and it falls out of his glove, and so it's enough to move both base runners one more base. So a tie ball game here, folks. Top of the 7th inning, the Bullfrogs all knotted up with the Growlers, 3-3 now, and they're not done. 2 runners in scoring position now after the ball gets away from the catcher, Nick Hutchings. Troy Johnson digs in, the left-handed batter out of Gonzaga. Fisher still on the mound for the Growlers. First pitch he tosses to the Bulldog is outside, 1-0. So Troy Johnson will step back in. Pleshner at second will take his lead. Challey at third will take his. The 1-0 pitch outside for ball 2. So all knotted up here at 3-3, top of the 7th inning. Bullfrogs have gotten back into it after going down 3-0 in the bottom of the 2nd. Fisher comes set. The lefty rocks back, and time is called by Troy Johnston. He steps back out. Takes a huge breath there. Stands back in. He's ahead in the count 2-0. 2 outs on the board. Runners at first, or rather second and third. The 2-0 pitch swung on, fly ball into left field. Tracking back is the left fielder, and he can't make the play. Ryan Merchner drops it. 1 run will score for the Bullfrogs. Another one will as well, and they take a 5-3 lead here in the top of the 7th. Troy Johnston gets a lot of the 2-0 pitch, and it looks like it's a makeable play from Ryan Merchner, and it falls right out of his glove. Drops to the floor, and the Bullfrogs take advantage of it with Ben Challey and Aaron Pleshner coming around to score for the Frogs. They have a 5-3 lead here. The Growlers are going to make a change on the mound. Stay tuned. You're listening to WOCO 1071. We'll be back after the pitching change.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Ocado Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Ocado Falls.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Bullfrogs tie it up and take the lead here in the top of the 7th. They got a sidearm submarine type righty out on the mound now for the Growlers. And he's going to try to close things out here in the 7th. There's still a runner in scoring position, the submarine thrower out there for the Growlers, the first one I've seen in the Northwoods League. Or any summer collegiate baseball for that matter. So we'll see if he can dice up the Bullfrogs here in the 7th. So far, everything's going right in the 7th. It's going to come off of an error from the left fielder, Ryan Merchner, who found himself in the lineup today. Did not play yesterday, but gets the nod in left field today for the Growlers. And granted, it was going to be a relatively tough catch as it was over his shoulder looking back on a sprint. But in that moment, you got to make that play if you're Merchner out there. And it hits off of his glove and hits on the ground, And the Bullfrogs take advantage of it and bring 2 runs across off of it. Troy Johnston standing over at second now after he gets on due to the error. That'll bring up Kyle Bino, who's 0 for 2 on the night, was walked his last time up. The new pitcher out there for the Kalamazoo Growlers is Hayden Brosner. Brosner out of Oklahoma. Grew up in Edmond, Oklahoma. Out of Missouri Southern State. First pitch he throws is a strike, 0-1. He comes set at the hip, bends way down. Checks the runner at second. The 0-1 offering. Check swing. Finds the strike zone anyway. 0-2, he gets ahead in the count. He comes set. I think his hand is about just 6 inches from the dirt when he releases it. Bends way down there. And the sidearm submariner is ahead in the count here. 0-2 count here, 2 outs on the board. Johnston takes his lead from second. The offering. Well outside. 1-2, 2 outs on the board. Kyle Bino from Youngstown State University stands in. He's competing for a roster spot here. It's his last game as a temporary guy. He has the best batting average among all of the temp guys for these Bullfrogs. We'll see which one of them stays, if any. The 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sure enough, the nod to Brosner's a good one, and the Growlers leave one stranded at second. But not before the Bullfrogs put 3 runs across. They lead here 5-3. About to get underway with the bottom of the 7th. Stay tuned. You're listening to 107.1 WOCO.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960. Specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts. Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. My name is Nolan Knight. About to get underway with the bottom of the 7th inning here at Homer Stryker Field. The Bullfrogs have racked up 7 hits on the night, and it will still be Noah Miller out there on the bump for the Frogs. The most innings pitched now by any starting pitcher in one game this season. The closest would be Jared Toby, who tossed 6 on opening night. First pitch he throws is outside to the new batter, number 24 for the Growlers, Ivan Estrella. The 1-0 offering from Miller. Swung on, it's a fly ball into left field. Getting underneath of it is Brad Hamilton. Kind of stutters out there. You got to remember, he's normally a catcher. He's got to get used to it out there. And he grabs it for the first out. I think he actually hesitated because he thought Troy Johnston might make a play on it. He might have said something to him as they gave each other a pat on the back before going back to their respective spots out there in the outfield where they've been camping out. That'll bring up Andrew Huff, the first baseman. He would reach on an error and come around to score in the second. Swings at the first pitch he sees, line drive out into right center field. Troy Johnston, who, as I mentioned, have been very busy tonight. That's probably his 9th out that he's put up there. Out on the board. Put out, rather. Grabs that one for the second out. And Noah Miller continues to deal out there. He doesn't have to do too much using the economy of pitches there, as both Growler swings at the first pitches they see for 2 outs. That'll bring up Brandon Martinez, the shortstop. Martinez, smaller stature guy, just 5'9", 170, out of Quincy University. Just finished up his junior season. We batted .237. The 0-1 offering to break the ball outside evens up the count 1-1, 2 outs on the board. Martinez, kind of struggled this past year, but granted had some great seasons back in 2016 and during his freshman campaign as well. The 1-1 pitch swung on, ground ball to Alex Penner over at first, and that's the second time that he struggled over there at first. The first one didn't go down as an error, as it was a backhanded play, but that one is right at him. It hits him right in the chest. It bounces up over his glove, and he kind of looks down, pats himself on the chest, saying, my bad, guys. But that's the third error on the night for the Bullfrogs. You hate to see that, and hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt them. That'll bring up Jake Gleason, the designated hitter. He got a sacrifice RBI back in the second and struck out his last time up. He stands in. Noah delivers. It's a ball, 1-0. One-0 count here, 2 outs on the board. Brandon takes the lead from first. Miller deals the 1-0. A huge swing from Gleason. He misses it. 1-1. Throw back to first. Tag's not in time. Martinez slides back safely. It was a nice throw from Miller. In fact, a little low to the ground. It might have got him. The 1-1 offering. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Bullfrogs with a 5-3 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 2-1 pitch swung on, found up and away. Hits the top of the press box here. 2-2. I think the most enjoyable thing, of course, besides the game going out on the field, is whenever the ball is fouled up on top of this awning above the home plate club, every single fan sitting down below us winces and looks up and covers their head, terrified that it's going to come back down and hit them. But there's no angle to it. The payoff pitch swung on. That one's fouled away right side. Might be a play for it for the fans. Oh my goodness, nearly hits a lady. She's okay though. Doesn't spill her beer or anything. So no harm done. Nonetheless, we'll redo the payoff here for Gleason with a runner at first, 2 outs on the board. So you don't have to worry about the ball coming back down and hitting you if you're in these seats, but every single time, all of the fans freak out. Runner off from first, it doesn't matter. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that'll do it for the 7th inning. The second strikeout of the night for Noah Miller. He's played phenomenally this evening. That'll likely be his last inning pitch as his pitch count rises up there. His right-handed pitcher is warming up in the bullpen for the Frogs, and they have a 5-3 lead here after 7 complete. We're going to move to the top of the 8th inning. You're listening to 1071 WOCO, the Bullfrog Radio Network.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we could use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6. And we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you.
Activation, flex agreement, and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Your Bullfrogs have a 5-3 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. The Growlers elect to put a new pitcher out on the mound. It is number 2. We'll get that number to you as soon as possible. It's Walter Helka out there, the right-handed pitcher for this Growlers team. Talcott on the season has pitched in 2 games, just 4 innings while out there on the mound, has allowed 4 hits and 5 earned runs, has walked 2, struck out 3, and is 0-1 on the season. Has an 11.25 ERA coming into the game. And so you gotta remember now, folks, despite that being a bad ERA, he's just pitched in 2 games and will likely have a chip on his shoulder here coming into the top of the 8th inning. And he's going to make sure that he pitches well here as he's competing for playing time here in the Northwoods League. 2 up for the Green Bay Bullfrogs is Brad Hamilton, who's having a phenomenal game. He's 2 for 3. He stands in. First pitch he sees, swings at it. It's a line drive into left field. That's going to drop fair and be another base hit for Brad Hamilton. He is having an absolute phenomenal early season. Comes into the game batting .500 on the year, and he's 3 for 4 tonight. That'll bring up Alex Pinner. Pinner 1 for 3 on the night. Got a base hit all the way back in the second, but has flown out to left field his past 2 at-bats. The first base umpire has gone out to have a word with the right-hander here. They're looking at something on his right arm, in fact. The umpire is going to run over and talk with Chris Sabo over at third base. He has like an Under Armour sleeve on. I guess he just wanted to go explain to both coaches what was going on. No arm done. Nothing is awarded to anybody, and it'll still be the new pitcher out there on the mound, Talcott, for the Growlers. He comes set. Checks Hamilton over at first. Comes set from the hip and delivers. Penner watches the first one go by for a ball, 1-0. Hamilton takes the lead from first. Talcott comes set, gives him another look, and comes on with the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, line drive into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Pinner, second of the night, and the 9th hit of the night as well for the Bullfrogs. They have had a phenomenal day, both on the mound and at the plate. Noah Miller has allowed just 2 hits on the entire evening, and now 9 hits out on the board for the Bullfrogs. 2 runners on here with no outs up on the board will bring up Ben Hart, the second baseman, who's 0 for 3 on the night. Comes into the game batting .321 on the year. The second best batting average on the team behind Brad Hamilton, who stands at second. Ben Hart comes set. Talcott on the mound. Stares down his catcher in a bent-over stance. Stands back up. Looks at Hamilton at second and comes home. First pitch is in the dirt, 1-0. Bullfrogs went down early in this game, 3-0 all the way back in the bottom of the second, but put runs up on the board in the 5th and 4th inning, and then a 3-run inning in the top of the 7th. Brings us to where we are here with 2 runners on and no outs on the board. Talcott's 1-0 pitch is a fastball, high and outside. A solid job by Hutchings to keep that one from getting behind him, as it would easily advance both runners. Hutchings is actually going to stand up and go have a word with his pitcher here, who came in to relieve Brosser, who was called in to get out of the inning. Comes in and gets the strikeout when there was a runner on after they had given up 3 runs with 2 outs on the board. And an impressive chain of events for the Frogs. It helped off of an error from left fielder Brian Mergner as 2 runs would score as the line drive falls out of his hands. So Ben Hart stands in. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Brad Hamilton takes the lead from second. Alex Pinner takes one from first. Talcott checks the runner at second, comes home. Ben Hart swings at the 2-0 pitch, fouls it away right side over the grandstands here, which house all of the flags of the South Division. And the ones down the third base line here have all of the ones in the North Division. The only team that I've seen to have that, I like that. The Bullfrogs, of course, have banners of the majority of the teams, but not all of them. But Kalamazoo just going that extra step to make the away teams feel at home here. The 2-1 offering finds the outside corner, evens it up. 2-2, no outs on the board, 2 runners on. The 2-2 count. Swung on, ground ball left side, opportunity for a double play. The throw to first in time. It's grounded directly to the third baseman, Ivan Estrella. He goes to make the tag on the runner Hamilton. I think he missed him, as both Sabo and Hamilton is saying that he got out of the way of it. Sabo is out on the field appealing to the umpire. They're going to stick with the call that they made. Estrella might get away with a double play there, and he will. The throw to first is in plenty of time. I thought that it looked like that he had just kind of given up on applying the tag, and he's going to go ahead and just get the runner over at first. But just like that, which would be a dangerous 1 out on the board, 2 runners on in scoring position, is now 2 outs on the board and just a runner at second in Alex Pinner. Zach Plunkett digs in for the Bullfrogs, the University of Arkansas product, watches the first one go by for a ball, 1-0. Plunkett stands in. Talcott stares him down. That's the second time tonight that Ben Hart actually has hit into a double play. He's not having a great night. He's 0 for 4. Zach Plunkett will stand back in after watching one go by for a strike, 1-1. Waves his lumber around. Waits for Walcott to agree with a pitch. He does. Comes set and delivers the 1-1 pitch. It's well outside, 2-1. One count here, 2 outs on the board. Zach Plunkett trying to get something going here. He's been walked 1 time tonight, but he's 0 for 2. The 1-1 offering finds the outside corner. 1-2. So Zach Plunkett will stand back in. Top of the 8th inning. As always, you can follow along on Twitter at GB Bullfrogs for by-inning updates. The 1-2 pitch, check swing, didn't go around. It was in the dirt and outside. That'll even it up. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. So a full count here. 2 outs on the board as the last ball was posted up on the scoreboard. Got a little ahead of myself. I think I enjoy saying deuces wild a little bit too much. Nonetheless, Zach Plunkett comes set. Pinner takes the lead from second. Talcott comes set. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Plunkett goes down swinging for the second time here tonight. That'll do it for the 8th inning An absolute phenomenal job defensively by the Growlers to get out of that one. We'll move to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Bullfrogs lead 5-3. You're listening to 107.1 WOCO, the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balance. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get you results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today. 715-735-0583.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Homer Stryker Field. Bottom of the 8th inning, and it's still Noah Miller out there on the mound for the Bullfrogs. Granted, he's pitched a phenomenal game. Allowed just 2 hits and 1 earned run on the night, and has posted 2 strikeouts along the way. Due up for the Kalamazoo Growlers will be Ryan Mergner, Jeff Friedel, and Matt Kohler here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Growlers going to look to try to tie things up, possibly chip away at this lead here. And if it's an inning to do it, it would probably be this one. Last night, the Growlers were trailing by 3, and they managed to tie it up in the bottom of the 8th inning. And an opportunity to do it again here in the bottom of the 8th. As we're going to see the meat of their lineup here, if they can manage to get a base runner on. The 9-hole hitter up now. First pitch he sees is a breaking ball from Miller. It's outside for a strike, 0-1. Miller rocks back and delivers the 0-1 pitch. It's swung on, fly ball into left field. Tracking back is Hamilton, but it doesn't matter. It's gone. A home run to start off the bottom of the 8th inning from Ryan Mergner. Comes into the at-bat, 0 for 2 on the night. Belts a line drive out into left field into the party deck. And the Growlers trail by just 1 now, 4-5. That would not be a home run in any other part of this park besides maybe the party deck out in right field, as that party deck fencing is just about 2.5 feet, 3 feet tall. And so it finds its way over that wall that's in play out there. It would have hit the wall anywhere else. That ball barely makes it past 300 feet. But it doesn't matter as it's over the wall. New batter up is Jeff Friedel, the right fielder. And the Bullfrogs a little nervous now after the home run. The 1-1 offering. And that's off the inside forearm of Jeff Friedel. He's hit by a pitch. And not a great way to start the inning now for the Frogs. A home run from Ryan Mergner. And Noah Miller lets the pitch get away from him. And it's off the inside forearm of Friedel. You can hear it hit his arm from up here. There's really not that much muscle on anyone's forearms. I don't care how big you are, how much you can lift. You get hit by something there, it hurts. And he's being checked out by the trainer over there. He's in pain. You got to wish him the best. And Chris Marstons, the pitching coach for the Bullfrogs, is going to go out and have a word with his pitcher, Noah Miller, who, I don't care if he lets up 7 runs in this inning, has pitched a phenomenal game. Coming into this inning, allowing just 2 hits on the night, tossing 2 strikeouts, and walking just a few as well. 2 of those runs that would come across in the second inning were unearned off of errors from the Bullfrogs. It looks like Marstons is going to stick with Miller for a little bit. Probably wants to go out there, just kind of See how he's feeling. What's he thinking? Give him some words of advice. I've talked with Chris Marstons a few times in some interviews and throughout the road trips and whatnot. He's a really laid-back guy. He wants the best for the guys. He's here to develop these guys. You know, if someone's hurting, take them out. If they're not ready, they're not ready. But if they throw strikes and don't put runners on base for free, then he's going to let them stick out there and pitch. Let the players play is his philosophy. Runner off from first. Plunkett throw down to second. It's on time. Plunkett with his third throw down to second tonight. I don't know why people keep trying to throw on Plunkett. Has an unbelievable arm. I thought that the Growlers might have had a beat on that one. But the throwdown is in time, and it's the first out up on the board here in the inning. The 1-1 pitch to Matt Kohler, the center fielder, is outside for a ball, 2-1. One-two pitch swung on, and that's going to be a base hit out into right center field. A nice little blooper out there over the head of second baseman Ben Hart. He can't do anything about it. Just a well-hit ball from Kohler, and it's the fourth hit on the night for the Growlers. As things get a little hasty here, if you're a Bullfrog, you kind of get a little nervous. Bullfrogs have let up leads before. Of course, you think back to last night's game where the Growlers tied it up in the bottom of the eighth. They've already put one across here in the bottom of the eighth already. One out on the board, and that'll bring up Jason Sullivan, the league leader in batting average. The first pitch that he sees is high, 1-0. So Plunkett throws down the runner trying to take second. It's his third throwdown of the night. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on, it's a sky-high pop-up in the infield. Aaron Pleschner has a read on it, gets underneath of it, and makes the grab. Has to put two hands on it. It almost gets out of his glove. And he puts his hands up to his hat in a salute and salutes his bullpen out there in left field in celebration. The second out on the board now. The Bullfrogs feeling a little bit better after putting down Sullivan. They held him hitless here through 8 innings. He's 0 for 4 now on the night. That'll bring up Nick Hutchings, the catcher. Hutchings 0 for 2 on the night would get on base off of an error and then would come around to score in that second inning. First pitch he sees is a breaking ball outside, 1-0. Miller has been dealing out there for the Frogs, but lets the home solo shot start the inning from Mergener for a run here in the bottom of the 8th inning to shorten the lead of the Bullfrogs 5-4. The 2-0 count. Inside corner of the strike zone, 2-1. Standing over at first, of course, is Matt Kohler after his base hit into right field. The Arkansas product comes set. 2-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball left side. Just foul past that third base line. Benchali attacks it and lets it roll foul. But he went over there just in case something was missed. You never know. And if someone gets in the way, you can't see it. You got to go play. Nonetheless, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Bottom of the 8th inning. The 2-2. Swung on. Ground ball to Ben Hart at second. He scoops it up. Throws to first. And it gets the out. Wow, that was close. It was off of the bag. It was nearly an E4. The Bullfrogs have struggled on that side of the field here. They have a couple errors up on the board. And Noah Miller gets out of the inning as Penner is able to stretch out, scoop the ball, and put his foot down on the bag for the third out. That will do it for 8th. We're going to move to the 9th inning. Noah Miller's night likely done out on the mound. But tip your hats off to him. He played phenomenally out there. We'll see who the Bullfrogs bring out in the bottom of the 9th inning. But we got to get past the top of the 9th first. Due up will be the Green Bay Bullfrog, Trent Bauer. Step aside. You're listening to 107.1 WOCO, the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brew Pub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality. Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. About to get underway with the top of the ninth inning, and your Green Bay Bullfrogs lead 5-4 here. They're going to try to hold on to this win. If they can, it'll be the first time this season that the Bullfrogs have come back from a deficit larger than one. The Growlers would take a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the second, and the Bullfrogs would slowly chip away at it, putting one run up in the top of the fifth, a run up in the top of the sixth, and tossing plating 3 runs in the top of the 8th. 2 runs coming off of an error from the Growlers, as Merger dropped the line drive out number 3 out in left field. That would score 2 for the Frogs and give them the 5-3 lead. In the bottom of the 8th, the Growlers put one away up on the board and now trail by just 1. Trent Bauer up to bat for the Bullfrogs. Due up is the 9-1-2 hitters. On deck is the leadoff batter, Ben Shalley. Trent Bauer is having his best game so far in a Bullfrogs uniform. He's 1 for 2 with a double RBI and a run. The 0-1 offering. Low and in the dirt, 1-1. Bauer trying to have a good night tonight. As mentioned, the 10th game of the season, which means his 10-day contract will be up after this one. He continues the good play through this at-bat. Who knows? Well, he's got to play good, and so far he has. Melbourne now up on the mound for the Growlers. The 1-1 pitch runs high and outside, 2-1. Wellborn rather than Melbourne, excuse me. It's his 4th game pitched. He's pitched 2 2/3 innings, allowing just 1 earned run, has walked 2, and has a strikeout for a 3.37 ERA. The 2-1 offering, swung on, fouled away left side. Bauer just gets underneath that one, is a little late on it, the left-handed batter. Wellborn, the right-handed pitcher out there for the Growlers as the sun starts to set here. 2-2 count, no out on the board here in Kalamazoo, Homer Stryker Field. Wellborn comes set with the 2-2 pitch. It's outside. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just about all the fans have stuck around here. As mentioned, a relatively good crowd for a weeknight here. As my understanding, school's still in session for another week or so. So full count now to Trent Bauer.
Waves his lumber around. The payoff time is called by Bauer. I thought that Wellborn took a little bit too much time. He wanted to stand out of there. Was holding his breath a little bit too long there. Nonetheless, Bauer comes set. The Ellsworth Community College product out of Green Bay East High School. Stands in. The payoff. Finds the outside corner for strike 3. The first strikeout up on the board and the first K for Wellborn. Here in the top of the 9th inning, Bullfrogs trying to hold on. Ben Shalley, the leadoff batter, stands in 1 for 3 on the night with a walk and a run. Excuse me, no, rather 0 for 3 on the night with a walk and a run. Stands in the 1-1 offering. Well outside, 2-0. Shalley comes into the game batting 172. He stands in. The Daytona State College product. 2-0 pitch outside, 3-0. Ben Shalley, this will be his last game in a Bullfrogs uniform if he's not kept. He's another one of those temporary guys. So here tomorrow is going to be a whole new roster, essentially, for the Bullfrogs. Still waiting for some of their full-time guys to come in. They're in the national championship, or tournament, rather. The 3-0 pitch swung on, fouled up right side. Into the stands, and a child will run over and go scoop it up for a souvenir. So a 3-1 count here, 1 out on the board. Aaron Pleshner standing on deck. Pleshner's had a good day. He's 2 for 3. Shalley's looking for his second hit of the day. 3-1 offering. Just gets a piece of it, moves it to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on the board. Wellborn out on the mound for the Growlers here, trying to give his Kalamazoo Growlers a shot. They trail by just 1, 5-4 here in the top of the ninth. Bullfrogs, of course, after this game will hop on the bus and travel 7 hours back to Green Bay. The payoff pitch just gets a piece of it, fouls it back into the backstop. We'll redo the full count. Likely we'll get in around 4 or 5 a.m. or so. And then everyone's going to go home, get some sleep, and then prepare for a 7 o'clock showdown with the Lakeshore Chinooks. The payoff. Swung on. Fly ball into right field. Rydell gets underneath of it, and it makes the squeeze and Shallow right on the run for out number 2. So that'll bring up Aaron Pleshner. Pleshner, 2 for 3 on the night with 2 stolen bases. Got a base hit RBI and came around to score in the 7th. Was walked back in the 1st. Currently 3rd best in the league for steals with 8. Came into the game with 6. He has 2 tonight, as mentioned. Troy Johnston stands on deck. Wellborn comes set. And delivers. It runs high, 1-0. Aaron's Pleshner teammate Brett Bautista, of course, injured recently. For the Bullfrogs. Injured himself. Running into first base. 1-0 pitch. Finds the outside corner, 1-1. So 1-1 count here, 2 outs up on the board. 1-1 offering. Check swing. It finds the outside corner, 1-2. Wellborn now just one strike away from giving his Kalamazoo Growlers one last shot. Top of the 9th inning, Pleshner stands in, adjusts his helmet, and gets ready. The 1-2 pitch, swung on, just gets a piece of it to foul it back into the backstop. He stays alive. Bullfrogs, of course, face it off against the Chinooks at home for a home and away before finally getting their 3-game homestand. The Chinooks struggling currently. They're on a 5-game losing streak. The 1-2 pitch swung on. That's a base hit up the middle of the field as a pleader dribbles into the outfield. It's the 10th hit of the night for the Bullfrogs, and I think more notably, the 3rd hit of the night for Aaron Pleshner. He's now 3 for 4 with a walk and an RBI. He gets over to first. Don't be surprised if Sabo gives him the green light. Troy Johnston, the Gonzaga product, stands in. Pleshner takes the lead from first. And the delivery outside. Ball 1. Sun's starting to set here. If you look over behind the first base line, there's some pink clouds. It's a partly cloudy day. Just an absolute gorgeous day for baseball here in Kalamazoo at Homer Stryker Field. Lights are on now. There's no more of a breeze here. Just perfect baseball weather. The 1-0 pitch is outside for ball 2. That's largely part of the reason why probably the fans here have stuck around. Yeah, it's a good game. Bullfrogs lead by just 1, 5-4. Last night, you got to tip your hat off for those that stayed. There was, granted, just 20 or so, but they stuck on throughout. The 2-0 pitch outside for ball 3. Aaron Pleshner's taken a large lead over at first, but has elected to stay. Troy Johnston belted a homer last night. Sabo might want to see if he can't send one over the wall here for an insurance run. Wellborn stands in. Pickoff move back to first to make sure Pleshner's not going anywhere. He was ready for it. Slides back safely. It had only taken a 3-step lead or so. So Wellborn comes set. Pleshner takes the lead. The 3-0 pitch. Outside ball, just finds the outside corner. Johnston was ready to throw his bat and walk on over to first as the take sign was put on. Nonetheless, 3-1 count, 2 outs on the board. Pleshner takes a large lead. Johnston swings at the 3-1 pitch and fouls it off left side. So a full count here, 2 outs up on the board. Pleshner likely going on anything here. So a full count, 2 outs up on the board. Pleshner stands in. He's off for second. The 3-2 pitch swung on and missed. Fouled off left side. Misses a base hit, I guess I could say. Gets a piece of it, just sends it over the grandstands on the left side. We'll redo the payoff. Pleshner at first, 2 outs on the board, top of the 9th inning. Bullfrogs trying to get an insurance run here. Runner off from first. That one swung on, ground ball up the middle of the field. That's going to be a base hit. Pleshner's going to get to third standing up. But holy smokes, Wellborn out on the mound just escaped a horrible injury. It was a liner right up the middle of the field, right back to Wellborn. He just manages to limbo out of the way of that one. I mean, it was inches away from his face there. The head coach is going to come out and have a word with Wellborn out on the mound. Has not given a nod out to the bullpen. But now with runners on the corners and Kyle Bino up, who's 0 for 3 on the night, he's due. Bino having a solid season at the plate, batting .250 coming into the ninth. It's a dangerous situation for the Growlers as they want to try to give themselves a shot at either tying or winning the game in the bottom of the ninth inning. Aaron Pleshner now just 90 feet away at third, and Troy Johnston at first now after snagging the base hit, the 11th of the night for the Frogs. They have 11 hits to the Kalamazoo Growlers 4. Why is the game so close? Well, it's not because Noah Miller didn't pitch well. It's not like he walked a bunch of batters. It's 3 errors from the Bullfrogs. And granted, give credit where it's due to the Growlers pitching staff. They've left runners stranded on multiple occasions throughout this game. The first pitch that Bino sees is a screaming fastball for the first ball. It's outside and low, 1-0. Had some heat on it. So Bino stands back in. Righty versus righty matchup. The 1-0 pitch inside for a ball, 2-0. 2 runners on, 2 outs on the board. Bullfrogs lead here 5-4 in the top of the ninth. The 2-0 count. Inside, that gets away from the catcher Hutchins, but he gets over to it in time. Aaron Pleshner will stay at third, but Troy Johnston is able to scamper on over to second after the pass ball. So a 3-0 count, 2 outs on the board. Pleshner stands over at third, 90 feet away. Johnston at second. If Bino can get one into the outfield, it could score 2. The 3-0 offering. Bino lets it go by for a strike, 3-1 now. So a 3-1 count, 2 outs up on the board. Bino stands in. 2 runners in scoring position. The 3-1 delivery is ball 4. That'll walk Kyle Bino, and the bases are loaded here for Brad Hamilton. Brad Hamilton has had an absolute stellar night. 3 for 4 with an RBI. If he can snag a base hit here, it would be quite immaculate. Brad Hamilton last season for the Bullfrogs struggled, batting below 170 on the entire season. This past season for Kent State batted just 230. But he is in stride here in Green Bay, and there will be a pitching change. We're going to step aside. You're listening to WOCO 1071, the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Have you tried a Brewpub pizza? Designed to be the best pub pizzas ever made, every Brewpub Lots of Matza pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a half pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brewpub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get you results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today, 715-735-0583.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Homer Stryker Field here. The Bullfrogs have a 5-4 lead here in the top of the ninth inning. It's been a close battle here throughout the series against the Growlers. After the Bullfrogs got swept by the Bombers, they fell to 0-6 on the road. Come into Kalamazoo yesterday and get their first road win of their season in a 14-inning marathon. Here tonight, it's been back and forth. The Growlers go up on the board in the bottom of the second with 3 runs. And the Bullfrogs would slowly chip away at that lead with some solid hitting. They have 11 hits on the night. They would put a run up in the top of the 5th, a run up in the top of the 6th, and put 3 up on the board in the 7th. 2 of those runs coming off of an error on left fielder Ryan Mergener. That dropped the 3rd out line drive. The first pitch that Brad Hamilton sees, swings at it and misses. It's a huge swing and a huge miss, 0-1. The Growlers would respond with a run in the bottom of the 8th to bring to the Bullfrogs lead down to just 1 run here. With the bases loaded and 2 outs on the board, there's a new pitcher out there. Hamilton swings at the 0-1 pitch. It's a fly ball left field. Tracking back is Mergener, and at the warning track makes the grab. Hamilton was swinging for the fences on that one, and why not? Coming into the at-bat, he was 3 for 4. So that will do it for the top of the 9th inning. We're going to move to the bottom. Can the Bullfrogs hold on? Stay tuned to find out. They lead 5-4. You're listening to 107.1 The Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Time and time again, you want local loan decisions and servicing, faster turnaround, and answers to your questions handled right here in Oconto. At the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've got all of those bases covered, from local loan decisions and on-time closings to great rates and fair terms. Visit me, Bob Schwartz, at the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. I've helped many people, and now I'd like to help you with your next loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan. About to get underway with the bottom of the 9th inning, and Noah Miller is going for the complete game. He's still out there on the mound for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. He has 99 pitches, so he only has so many pitches to give here. I think the maximum is 110 if I'm correct. The Arkansas product has shown up big for the Frogs, as Noah Miller is still out there dealing. He's pitched a phenomenal game, allowing just 4 hits on the entire night. He's let up just 2 earned runs and faced 31 batters. Just 2 strikeouts and has walked just 1. Due up for the Kalamazoo Growlers will be Ivan Estrella, Andrew Huff, and Martinez. Estrella swings at the first pitch he sees, fly ball right field, and Kyle Bino grabs the first down. That's 100 pitches now thrown for Miller. He's 2 outs away from pitching the complete game win for the Bullfrogs. That'll bring up Andrew Huff. Andrew Huff 0 for 3 on the night, reached on an error in the second and would score. Miller comes set and delivers. Breaking ball just inside. For a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Fouled off right side. Foul. 1-0. So a 1-0 count here. Nobody on, 1 out on the board. 1-1 count after the foul off. Noah Miller out of Van Buren, Arkansas. On the mound for the Frogs. Throws in the 1-1 pitch. It's outside for a ball, 2-1. The Bullfrogs, 2 outs away from snagging the sweep against the Growlers. The Growlers have their rally caps on, trying to respond. They're down by 1. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. A nice fastball from Miller. Evens it up, 2-2. Infielders at normal depth here. 1 out on the board. The righty stands in. The 2-2 pitch swung on. Foul ball left side. That's to the left of the bat. If that's just a little bit to the right, that's going to be fair. And it's going to beat Challey, and it would have been a base hit for the Growlers. Noah Miller now up to 104 pitches or so. The 2-2. Breaking ball finds the outside corner for a backwards K. It's the 3rd strikeout for Noah Miller, and now the Frogs are 1 out away from getting out of this one with a 5-4 victory. Noah Miller up to 106 pitches. You're only allowed so many in the Northwoods League. If he can get out of this last batter, he'll pitch the complete game win for the Frogs. The first pitch, swung on, line drive right side, foul. Martinez got a lot of that one. He falls behind the count 0-1. Miller comes set at the hip, delivers the 0-1 pitch, fastball outside. Gets past the catcher Plunkett, evens it up 1-1. Martinez on the night, 0 for 3. Reached on an error his last time up. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Bullfrogs 1 strike away here from having their largest comeback victory of the season. Trailed 3-0 earlier in this ball game. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. The Bullfrogs win it here in Kalamazoo. They get their first series sweep of the season, and Noah Miller pitches a complete game win for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. He tosses 4 strikeouts on the night and has an absolute phenomenal night. He's your Aurora Baycare Player of the Night. I don't even have to check the stat books. He pitched phenomenally for the Bullfrogs, and the Bullfrogs improved to 4-6 on the season. The Kalamazoo Growlers will drop to 4-6 as well. But wow, what a night for Noah Miller, the University of Arkansas product. Stay tuned for the pregame show after this. You've been listening to 107.1 WOCO, the Bullfrogs.
Who do I perform for? I perform for all the awesome composers whose music deserves to be heard.
I perform for all the stagehands who make sure I never miss a cue.
I perform for our high school choir director, who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
I perform for Mrs. Evans, my high school debate coach, who has helped me become more confident than I ever dreamed possible.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the high school in your community.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
Hello and welcome back to Kalamazoo, Michigan, where Noah Miller just pitched the complete game win for the Green Bay Bullfrogs in a feat that I honestly did not think I would see throughout the entire season. You're limited to just 110 pitches out there on the mound for the Frogs, and likely most guys pull their guy after the 6th or 7th inning or so. But the Bullfrogs elect to stay with Noah Miller, and he gets it done. Pitching 9 innings for the Frogs, striking out 4, walking just 1, and only letting 2 runs come across for the Growlers. Just 4 hits on the entire evening. An absolute phenomenal night for Noah Miller out on the mound. Finn Challey had a good night himself. He went 1 for 4 with 2 runs and a walk. Aaron Pleshner would go 3 for 4 with a run, RBI, and a walk. Troy Johnston would go 1 for 5. Kyle Pena would be walked twice. Brad Hamilton goes 3 for 5 on the night, having a phenomenal night as well. He had an RBI to his name also. Alex Pinner had one of the best nights since opening day, went 2 for 4. Zach Plunkett would go 0 for 3, but would be walked and would come around to score. And Trent Bauer, having the best night of his season, had a RBI double and would come around to score for the Bullfrogs in this contest. And the biggest stat line, Noah Miller. 9 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts, and 34 batters faced. An absolute phenomenal night for the Arkansas product. I can't wrap my mind around it. So he's your Aurora Bay Care Sports Medicine Player of the Night. The Bullfrogs improved to 4-6 on the season after the series sweep against the Growlers, and the Growlers dropped to 2-4 on the year as well. A look around the league, the Huskies, of course, lost earlier to Thunder Bay 2-6. The Chinooks are currently leading the Woodchucks 3-2. The Rivets trail the Mallards 4-6 in the bottom of the 6th. In the bottom of the 7th, the Raptors are all knotted up with the Dock Spiders 4-4. In the bottom of the 3rd, the Moondogs lead the Bucks 1-0. In the top of the 8th, the Bombers trail the Kingfish 1-5. The Eau Claire Express trail the Hawkers 1-3. The Green Bay Bullfrogs, of course, just beat the Kalamazoo Growlers here at Homer Stryker Field 5-4. The Stingers currently in the lead against the Larks 2-1. And the Loggers trail the St. Cloud Rocks 1-0. That'll do it here in Kalamazoo. The final 5-4. Your winning pitcher on the night, of course, the man of the hour, Noah Miller. The losing pitcher, Blaine Fisher for Kalamazoo. That'll do it. You're listening to WOCO 1071. Thanks for tuning in. It's the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
That has been Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WLCO Stereo FM. Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Islandfeld, Scatcherd, and Anderson, the NW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and with Piggly Wiggly. Also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing. Stay tuned for more Green Bay Bullfrog baseball on 107.1 WOCO Stereo FM. Have a great day.
Joy to the world. Joy to you and me. You know I'm in joy to the world. You know I'm in joy. All boys and girls. Joy to the fishes and the deep blue sea. Joy.